Okay, so today we're going to talk about livestock guardian dogs because they're trending in the United States. They have been for the past year or two with new homesteaders and ranchers and the general public. These are ancient breeds, animals such as the Armenian Gempr, the Anatolian Shepherd, the Kangal, the Great Pyrenees, Italian Sheepdog. Now what's happening is they're escaping their yards, their fences, and they're going out, and what they perceive as a threat, they're hunting down, such as a coyote, such as wolves. I have known Great Pyrenees, two of them to kill a pack of coyotes. I have known one to get a bobcat. So we have to understand that they will escape because this is in their DNA to protect their charges. And they are very common living with people. What's happening is after they escape and they're on their way home, people are seeing them, and because they're so friendly, they take them to the shelter. And sadly, because our American shelters, some of them are at 700% capacity, some at 300, which means 3 animals are being put together that don't know each other in a run, and record number euthanasia. We have millions of animals that are healthy and adoptable being euthanized at shelters, at city shelters. And the employees are doing everything they can. The rescues are doing everything they can. It is no fault of the rescues or the shelters. It is end-stage capitalism. It is people being desperate and breeding them and exploiting these animals. People don't know what they're getting into, so they dump them and abandon them. There's a lot of other high-energy animals like the shepherd, the Belgian Malinois, and the huskies are also suffering the same fate in California. Now, German Shepherd is another livestock guardian dog from Germany, but they became protection dogs, and they're so trainable. They're very high energy, very different. They became police dogs, military, and service dogs. Now, I'd like to share a story, not out of judgment, but first-time farmer in North Carolina, urgently trying to get rid of her Great Pyrenees and urgently trying to get rid of her Anatolian, both under 1 year old. They served her family well. They protected. They even were great with chickens. They were great with the little kids at home. And she did not introduce a ram, but just pulled them into her home and her farm, and woke up the next day and the ram was in inches of his life. Now, what happened there is, as he was mating with the ewes, they perceived it, the dogs perceived it as a threat because it wasn't gentle. He was mounting them. So they attacked him. So due to her mistake and her family's fault, the poor dogs are going to suffer for doing their job. And she didn't seem open to training them, which to me is quite sad. And it's also, as I was saying, we don't quite understand these ancient breeds and what their DNA is about. So I would love to just open that discussion. And I said to her, well, what are your other concerns? And she said, well, lambing season, now that they have a taste for blood, I think they'll kill the lambs. And I said, these are not mythical savage beasts. These are sentient, intelligent animals. It reminds me, for me, it's like this puritanical scapegoating or this Hollywood sensationalism to think that. And, I didn't say that, but I did point out that, well, they'll go out and hunt down those coyotes and they will have a taste for the blood of the coyote, but they are not coming back and turning that against their charges. So you have to understand loyalty and guardians. And I think these animals deserve the same amount of loyalty from us.